Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. The longer I see the same volatile cast members in the 90 Day Fiancé franchise, the more I realize why they are getting airtime. I've figured out why the same volatile 90 Day Fiancé cast members keep getting airtime. I am an avid 90 Day Fiancé fan with expert knowledge of all the cast and their continued situations on and off screen. The franchise premiered on TLC with The Og Show in 2014, with its first spin-off, Happily Ever After, arriving in 2016. Before the 90 Days was the next expansion in 2017, followed by The Other Way in 2019. These 4 shows make up the core of the network, and it's where most of the new cast members come from. The 90 Day Fiancé franchise has grown to also include other hit spin-offs like 90 Day, The Single Life, 90 Day, The Last Resort, and 90 Day Fiancé, Love in Paradise, formerly Love in Paradise, The Caribbean, a 90-day story. Over the last decade, many memorable cast members have entered the arena, but not all of them have been good people. These cast get continued airtime for their telegenic qualities, but I believe there is more to it. The franchise has reality TV star power, and I'm realizing exactly how the network's controversial alum continue to appear. 90 Day Fiancé has become a powerhouse franchise, and that's in large part thanks to the notable people they've cast and told the romantic journeys of. Perhaps the biggest name of them all is Angela Deem. The now 59-year-old Mima started her run in the network on Before the 90 Days Season 2 in 2018, when she went to Nigeria to meet her then-boyfriend, Michael Isles and me, in person for the first time. Since then, Angela and Michael have gotten married, Michael has made it to America, and Michael has left Angela. What I find striking about Angela's continued appearances in the 90 Day Fiancé franchise is her sheer unfiltered and eruptive personality and behavior. Over the years, she has emasculated, verbally abused, berated, financially controlled, and slighted Michael. I've watched her many abhorrent transgressions to Michael, and in her life off-screen, warrant her being the most volatile cast member of all time. Yet, the franchise perpetuates her bad behavior. Big Ed is another 90 Day Fiancé cast member who has demonstrated terrible antics and been a problematic partner to his exes. When Big Ed was with his ex-girlfriend, Rosemary Vega, he told her breath smelled and urged her to shave her legs, all while he hid the fact he had a vasectomy from her. With his ex-fiancée, Liz Woods, he accused her of being a lesbian, spewed toxic controlling verbiage at her over the phone, told her she needed to lose weight, and broke up with her 15 times. Off camera, I know he has sexual assault and misconduct allegations against him. I also consider Jasmine Pineda to be highly explosive, but she keeps getting a 90 Day Fiancé platform nonetheless. She becomes enraged at the drop of a hat, gaslights her husband Gino, allegedly cheated on Gino, left her kids behind in Panama, and manipulates most situations to her advantage. However, the 90 Day Fiancé network has showcased her time and time again. 90 Day Fiancé cast members like Angela, Big Ed, and Jasmine, along with others like Natalie Mortavtseva, Paul Stale, and Darcy Silva, have all been given continued platforms to maintain their celebrity despite their problematic natures. While I don't like what these cast members stand for and how they act, I see the point in keeping them on the different shows. They serve a purpose, which I feel is to manufacture drama, but that's how reality TV becomes overtly entertaining. OMG moments, outrageous spats, and off-the-handle situations arise by keeping these types of volatile people around the franchise year after year. I realize that the 90 Day Fiancé network needs people to heighten the drama of each season, and the chances of more entertaining circumstances arises by showcasing these types cast members. Personally, I find following fresh cast members' journeys more entertaining, and I don't like to see bad behavior get rewarded. I'm not keen on watching Angela, Big Ed, Jasmine, and the likes played out storylines and predictable conduct, but I know they are huge reality TV names now, and they do draw a wider audience to the shows they're on. I might not like seeing these delinquent people on my favorite show, but I see that it benefits the franchise as a whole. The flip side of having these problematic people on the show is that, for viewers like me, we feel that the show's value is diminished. Instead of highlighting fresh faces and the foreign love journeys of more couples, time and space on the show is taken up by these controversial cast members. With Big Ed, he was not even in a foreign relationship with Liz, so continuing to follow his love story seemed odd to me. What's more, there are plenty of entertaining and high-value cast members like Debbie Aguero, Jovi Dufferin, and Yara Zaya, Mike Youngquist, and Tiger Lily Taylor and Adnan Abdel Fattah. I feel cast like them would be more worthy of continued screen time. To me, it seems like the more the 90-Day Fiancé franchise perpetuates disrespectful and dubious people time and time again on the different spin-offs, the less I enjoy the seasons they are on. In summary, volatile cast like Angela, Big Ed, and Jasmine have their place in the 90-Day Fiancé franchise, and that's not likely to change because they are good for viewership. However, I feel like the network would benefit more from having variety in the cast whose storylines get continued. I see that keeping negatively perceived people around serves its purpose, but I also don't think it's not a good look when there are more worthy people of the spotlight who could provide different kinds of drama. The longer I see the same volatile cast members in the 90-Day Fiancé franchise, the more I realize why they are getting airtime. The reality TV landscape is a curious place, especially when it comes to the sprawling universe of the 90-Day Fiancé franchise. What initially starts as a documentary-style exploration of love across borders and cultures quickly turns into a high-stakes drama where volatile personalities clash, the lines between authentic relationships and theatricality blur, and audiences become addicted to the ups and downs of couples attempting to navigate the K-1 visa process. Over time, it becomes evident that many of the same cast members seem to keep cropping up in the 90-Day Fiancé ecosystem, whether it's on spin-offs like The Other Way, Before the 90 Days, or even in the sometimes absurdly entertaining 90-Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After. As the seasons pass, it becomes increasingly clear that these cast members are not chosen simply for their real-life love stories or their struggles to make relationships work across borders. No, their consistent presence on the show speaks volumes about the reality TV ecosystem and the complex dance between narrative, entertainment, and spectacle. At first, watching these characters engage in their roller coaster relationships was eye-opening. The rawness of their connections, people from different countries with different customs and languages, trying to forge something real against a backdrop of red tape, cultural misunderstandings, and familial pressure made for compelling television. It felt like a social experiment of sorts, one that could teach viewers about the intricacies of human connection and the complexities of immigration and marriage. But over time, as more and more familiar faces reappeared, I started to ask myself, why are these people back? Why do we continue to follow their increasingly messy lives? After all, 90-Day Fiancé is a franchise built on the premise of fresh, evolving relationships, yet these cast members are coming back season after season, with the same problems, same arguments, same dysfunction. The more I see them, the more I realize that their presence is no accident. The reason they are getting so much airtime isn't because their relationships are perfect, or even particularly healthy. In fact, the reverse is often true. What's compelling about these recurring cast members is their unpredictability, their explosive personalities, and their seemingly endless capacity for drama. There is a specific brand of dysfunction that these individuals embody, one that thrives on emotional conflict, confrontation, and scandal. And this, in turn, keeps audiences coming back for more. Take, for example, the infamous couple, Angela and Michael. From the moment Angela made her first appearance on 90 Day Fiancé, it was clear that she was a force to be reckoned with. Loud, brash, and often unapologetically combative, Angela quickly became a fan favorite or, perhaps more accurately, a fan fascination. Her fiery personality and dramatic relationship with Michael, who is from Nigeria, created a dynamic that kept viewers hooked, no matter how many times they fought, broke up, and reconciled. Yet as the seasons wore on, it became increasingly apparent that their relationship, while undeniably entertaining, was also incredibly toxic. Angela's over-the-top behavior and volatile temper were a key part of the show's appeal, but it also became uncomfortable to watch. Michael, often playing the more passive role in their dynamic, seemed stuck in a cycle of emotional manipulation and control, which only served to intensify the drama. Despite all the red flags, Angela and Michael's appearances on the show continued to get longer, more frequent, and more intense. This is the reality TV paradox: the more dysfunctional the relationship, the more likely it is to get more airtime. The show's producers know this, and they're not shy about casting individuals who seem to stir the pot. For the audience, it's the emotional chaos, the shouting matches, the accusations, the tears that keeps them glued to the screen. It's the unpredictability of what these couples will do next, the uncertainty of whether they'll get married or split up, that drives the narrative forward. The deeper the conflict, the better the ratings. Then there's the issue of the personal lives of these cast members. Over time, viewers become invested in these people not just for their relationships, but for their larger-than-life personas. Take someone like Big Ed, for instance. Big Ed was introduced to the world in 90 Day Fiancé, before the 90 days as a man with unconventional looks and a questionable attitude toward women. His relationship with Rose, a woman from the Philippines, was at times awkward and uncomfortable to watch, as Ed's condescending behavior toward her became more and more apparent. Yet Ed's charm, or rather, his ability to make people cringe while simultaneously empathizing with him, kept him on our screens. Viewers couldn't look away from his awkwardness, his desperation, and his repeated blunders. Big Ed's return to the franchise, this time with a new girlfriend in tow, only solidified the fact that 90 Day Fiancé isn't just about the love stories. It's about the people who are willing to put themselves through emotional wringers for the sake of their fame, their moment in the spotlight. The drama that surrounds Big Ed is less about whether or not he finds true love and more about how far he'll go to perpetuate his role as a reality TV character. His on-screen persona is not just a reflection of his real-life awkwardness, it's also a carefully crafted role that plays into the spectacle of the show. The longer I watch these same faces on 90 Day Fiancé, the more I realize that they aren't just recurring cast members, they are essential to the show's success. They are, in a sense, characters. Their lives are messily intertwined with the production of the show, which has become a scripted form of reality. We've stopped watching real people attempt to navigate complex cultural barriers. Instead, we're watching well-honed performances that promise tension, surprise, and, above all, drama. What is so striking is that these recurring characters are not necessarily more likable or more relatable than the newer couples they appear with. In fact, they often seem like relics of a bygone era, dragging the franchise into a space where their personal flaws and emotional baggage are so fully aired out, they can no longer be ignored. But despite their problematic behaviors and the ethical questions about exploitation, they have an undeniable appeal. The volatile cast members are getting airtime because they represent everything that reality television thrives on: conflict, unpredictability, and tension. Their lives, complicated and dysfunctional as they may be, offer the kind of drama that makes for compelling viewing. The more explosive the drama, the more viewers return to see what will happen next. In a world where attention is scarce and reality TV is hyper-competitive, those who can deliver the most chaos are the ones who are most likely to stay in the limelight. So, as much as I wish for new and healthier dynamics to take center stage in the 90-Day Fiancé franchise, I understand why the same volatile cast members keep coming back. It's not about love or growth anymore, it's about the chaos and the spectacle, and that's exactly what keeps us watching.